Much like Christmas Eve, it is WrestleMania Eve. We're coming to you on Friday. Sideline Junkies are taking over once again, but it's not just your regular sports talk, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking wrestling, and sports entertainment as we get ready to walk clean into WrestleMania of two nights. Tomorrow night one, we just found out is going to be headlined by Sasha Banks and Bailey, as it rightfully should. And then on night two, we know they're going to put in some work, but we will get into that. We're not going to go too deep. First and foremost,
Sasha Banks and who?
And Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair.
You said Bailey.
Did
okay.
I'm trying to campaign for Bailey, just like Bailey is trying to campaign for Bailey.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Or leave her alone. She's trying. She's trying to even get a match with Beth Phoenix. But
don't do the EST like that, man. Don't do that.
Oh, trust me. We all know I'm a huge EST supporter. But looking at the lineup that we have here, representing some good old talking. As always, you got myself, the People's Choice, Don Rodriguez in Bailey's corner, trying to find her a match somewhere that's not a battle royale. You got the Nubian Sumo already smoking on something with a big old I Am Boring t-shirt. You've got the big guy KG, as always, wearing his, is he wearing his Savage sleeve bands, or is he just rocking S on his chest tonight?
I don't know.
Don't give me the Matumbo. What you got? What you wearing?
I'm protecting this house.
All right. And then we got a extra special Mania guest. I'll let him bring himself in because he was already ready to just jump straight into character. So I'll let him do his own thing.
Come on, Rod.
I had to unmute myself. Finally, Big Daddy Raj has come back to the Sideline Junkies.
Straight from the humble abode in parts unknown, North Carolina.
Powered by Clyde Mays, Alabama style. And I'm smoking on New World Order, Cameron Stick, AJ Fernandez. Y'all know what it is.
Oh, and since you beat me to the punch, sir, I'll go ahead and let y'all know that the Nubian Sumo, in honor of our most loyal supporter of the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs, in his honor, I have pulled out
a Brick House.
The Brick House 50th anniversary TAA. And I've cracked open a fresh bottle of Cooper's Craft.
Oh, Lord.
100 proof.
I ain't with you, man.
All right. Well, thank you guys for your product placement.
Hold on, wait for it.
That was it? Must be exploding death match. Did Kenny Omega make that cork too?
Yeah, Kenny Omega made that cork, man. It usually gets louder than that, but you know, this is a Kenny Omega cork.
You know, all we got is little sparklers. You know, KG already looked disappointed. He doing
I know.
Everything, trying to figure out how to make sure the cork pop louder next time. Truth be told, I think he popped louder last night when he found out it was all naked show and he wasn't part of it.
Yeah, well, that was a disappointment for everybody watching.
Hey man, was a disappointment when the show went off. I can tell you that much. The whole room got dark because you know you can't have an all naked show if you're not all naked. Just saying.
I bet it did get dark because you was told to take your ass to bed.
Right.
That is correct, sir. That is correct. I'm glad you are still part of the show.
Yeah. So listen to the woman. There you go. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Until Mania starts. So tonight we're gonna have a little bit of fun. It is our countdown mayhem show. So we're gonna have a couple top tens. None of them revolve around the tag team division. So as it still stands, the Killer Bees are still the greatest tag team of all time. Say something, KG. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Just say it.
I'm gonna tell you something that two good friends always tell me. They've been telling me this for going on 18 years now. And this is a shout out to my man, the Professor Lucky, my man Big Ed. Cut the shit, dog. you can't keep it's. We're not gonna do it. It's bad enough you won't give me LOD is number one, but you're not gonna give me Killer Bees.
No love for B. Brian Blair and Jumping Difference.
You can't even get that. You can't even get that lie out. Listen at you. Beat that.
I know, man. I know.
KG, excuse me, KG. They're not LOD. Say, put some respect on their name.
The Road Warriors.
Thank
I
you very
apologize.
much.
Road
Thank
Warriors.
you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. You got corrected, dog. Yeah. How about that, baby boy? All right. So, as promised, like I said, we're gonna have some good old top 10 fun, and who better, since he brought a special guest with us, to grace us with something that is not Nubian, being James with his top 10 workers. And before we get all into it and stuff, yes, we gave James some criteria, because without, we know the list could be, subjective. So they have to be U.S. only talent from this decade, and the men and women can be combined. So that's still a vast array of wrestlers, and sports entertainers that he had to choose from, and to narrow down to what he believes are the top 10 workers in professional wrestling. I will turn it over to some sumo action.
All right, and before I get started, to correct you from my introduction of me, this is, I don't know what you said this shirt was.
Well, I said you were boring. You heard what I said.
No, I ain't heard. I don't know what the hell you said.
Just fill the
this is
a little bit
this
more.
is the shirt for, this is the official 2020 shirt for the Roaring Riot, which is the official Carolina Panthers international fan base.
Wait a minute, how you unofficial and official?
We're unofficial and official.
That cancel each other out.
Yeah, that's what we call ourselves. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's probably your win-loss record too. So go ahead, what you saying?
That cool. Sam Darnold, baby.
Oh God.
Super Bowl bound.
You the man, Cold Stone. You the man. Now start
Hey,
to
man. Hey, man. Hey, stick to your list, bro. Stick to your list. Yeah. Don't do that.
Hey, right now we undefeated, so shut the fuck up. All right, so
Bama.
That's all right. We all undefeated together. So we're gonna start off with this list, even though I've been hindered in my choosing, because there's a lot of wrestlers out there that are better than a lot of these wrestlers that I had to choose that are not in this country. But since I've been given parameters and I've been prohibited, I've worked this list out to the best of my ability. So in no particular order.
How's it no particular order? It's a top 10.
No, I'm not doing.
You have to go from 10 to 1.
This is my list. No particular order.
Starting with number 5.
I'm starting out with, rightfully so, the most pure wrestler in the world right now, the Ring of Honor pure champion, Jonathan Gresham. Right now, he's probably, KG stepped away, so I'm not sure.
Because he knew you was going to say that. He's going to check on Jordan. Make sure she got a back.
Well, I'll move on then. Next up, the next person I'm bringing in is Io Shirai.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I think Io Shirai is a great worker. It can work with anybody, as she's proven over her championship run. So
yeah, and you saying last night with Raquel?
Well, I mean,
with Raquel Gonzalez,
you don't necessarily have to win to get over.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying she had a great match with Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh, definitely,
really good,
definitely. So next on the list, I'm gonna say Bayley. Then I'm gonna go to Jon Moxley.
Really?
Yes, Jon Moxley is a great worker. I mean, in matches that he's had both here and in Japan. I mean, the match that he had was Minoru Suzuki. I mean, You got to be good and stiff in order to handle Minoru Suzuki. And then to turn around and work somebody like Kenny Omega, even though he's been doing a lot of death-like matches and unsanctioned matches with him. I mean, that's a whole different style that he's dealing with. You know, to go with some of the guys that he's been working with, yeah, he's definitely one of the better workers in the industry right now.
So just to ask you a quick question, not to interject too much, are you kind of saying, because that's what it sounds like I'm hearing, that Moxley has had better performances for his style in Japan and AEW versus his entire run in WWE? Or are you saying that he's had some, great full-on do your thing matches in WWE as well?
Well, WWE has a style of its own. So for him to be able to leave that WWE style and go into the indies, so to speak, and be able to deal with a plethora of different styles allows him to open up his repertoire a little bit, show his versatility. So yeah, I would say more so after post WWE than while he was in WWE, because everybody has pretty much the same style variation within the WWE.
Okay,
In my
I'm just
opinion.
asking because I'm quite sure there may be some Dean Ambrose fans out there like, what you talking about, man? What you talking about? Dean Ambrose putting in work in the Shield. Da da da. He has some championships and stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there to, just for your thought process.
Right. Next up, I'm gonna go with, and this is a team, so this is a faction, but all three of them are good, and all three of them have been putting in work for a long time in a lot of organizations and a lot of different types of wrestlers. And I'm gonna go with the Death Triangle.
Okay.
Pac, El Cierro Mero, Penta, and Phoenix. They've been going around. They've been going with a lot of guys, a lot of different organizations around the world, and have shown that they can work with just about anybody, if not anybody. Next up, I'm gonna go with Adam Page. Adam Page has been showing his versatility a lot against a lot of wrestlers, different styles of wrestlers. That match that he had last night on AEW, I got to watch the AEW show, and he had a good match with on that night. So he's working his way toward getting that world championship at some point. So and it'll be well deserved. Next up, I'm going to say Dr. Britt Baker. Are y'all still with me? Because I'm making sure I'm not frozen. Okay, I'm making sure I'm not frozen out or anything. Okay.
No,
so
I'm back.
Okay, so next I'm saying Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who's been in the indie circuit for a long time, and has been showing her versatility, especially in matches like with Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa, especially that match that they had a few weeks back, that bloody match that they had. So I put her in that mix. Eddie Kingston, which is shown to be a great worker over the course of his numerous years that he's been in the business. He can pretty much work with anybody, and he can work the mic. So he's teaching in the back, so he's being a mentor as well. So he's showing his versatility a lot here lately, especially being on TV. And the last one I'll bring in, and this is kind of a swerve for you, Don, but I'm bringing in Penta. I'm bringing in Kenta from the Bullet Club.
Really?
And the only reason I can bring in Kenta is because he wrestles in New Japan Strong, and New Japan Strong is based in California, so I can bring him in. So that's my one Japanese wrestler that I can bring, that I can sneak into my list. So there you go.
You just had to get one in there, huh?
Had to get one.
All right, Mama San and Papa San and all of them sons will be proud that you got one in there. Good job. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Raj, any feelings on James's top 10?
And I know you stepped away for a minute, so you might have missed the whole list, Raj. But I'll go back through them.
Yeah, go through it real quick. Yes.
Okay, so I said Jonathan Gresham, Io Shirai, Bailey, John Moxley, Sasha Banks, Kenta, Eddie Kingston, Dr. Britt Baker, Adam Page, and all three members of the Death Triangle, which is Pac, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr.
I don't have a problem with that list. I've seen everybody in that list wrestle. If not live, I've seen them on YouTube or something. I don't have a problem. And this list is for people that's wrestling right now, correct?
He said this decade, so 2020 and 21. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, then I don't have a problem with your list then. Okay, I don't have a problem with it.
Anybody you want to add?
The only person I would add, he keeps getting dogged out, is the little Japanese dude that got in NXT. Kushida, is his name Kushida?
Yeah, Kushida.
I like Kushida. Kushida works really hard. I like Kushida when he's wrestling. Oh man, no, we ain't no, Don, no. He was way past his prime. He should have never wrestled after Brock whooped his ass at WrestleMania. But we're not gonna go there.
You don't give no credit for being me, Mark Callis? You don't give no credit for that?
Hold on, man. That's the 80s now. Don't you
plus,
the 90s. You
plus,
talk about that. No, the 80s. It was the 80s because he became Undertaker in 90. He became Undertaker in 90. So that's the 80s when it was me and Mark Callis with Danny Spivey. Trivia question. Who was their manager since you're talking about him?
I'm just putting it out there, just saying that, since he got him in the background, we're gonna have to pay for this. So, I just wanted to put it out there.
Okay, but you didn't ask my question. Who was the what was that name? The skyscraper? Who was the skyscraper's manager when he's with Danny Spivey? Just throwing it. That's just my trivia question for the night. Who was their manager? Yeah.
Or was it
Paul Ellering? No.
No.
Was it
Heyman? No, it wasn't.
Yes, he was.
That was a long time ago. I'm totally brain fucking on it.
Skyscrapers was such a flash in the pan that he was their manager too.
Clee, I got Clee in my ear over here. He said is Theodore R. Long.
What? Was Teddy back there?
No, I thought it was. What's my boy? What's the Chiefs? What's Fat Boy's name?
Paul Heyman, wasn't it?
Paul Heyman. It was Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman was their manager. Jimmy.
Paul Heyman was the manager of the Skyscrapers. Teddy Long was the manager of the Masters of the Powerbomb. Which included Mark Callis.
Okay, Masters of the Powerbomb.
No. Teddy Long managed the Skyscrapers for a hot second. I guarantee you.
You tell him if you're gonna be jumping in, he gotta be on camera. Tell him come on, get on the seat.
For those who don't know, let me introduce Clee. Clee was one of the members of the round table that I had back at the end of last year. So Clee is familiar with the Sideline Junkies and the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs. So what's up, Clee? You can pull up a chair and get on in here, man.
Oh, you over there fact checking? Go and have that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up. Hey, look at this, bro.
We can't see it.
Look what Clee pulled up.
Look, Teddy Long is there.
Main screen, if you can.
That's Teddy.
That's Teddy Long in between Danny Spivey and Mark Callis.
And he also was the manager when it was Sid Vicious.
What year was that? Because that could have been before they went main, and then
that's probably when they was. Because didn't Mark Callis start in Smoky Mountain?
He managed both of them.
Yeah, I think that was when before they went to
WCW.
That is
No, that
WCW.
was early. That was early WCW.
That's got to be early. That's early.
No, that's
That-
NWA.
Right,
Or
that's what I'm
George-
saying. That's early. That's late NWA, early WCW because it went into WCW.
He
So
managed.
we'll give it a 50-50. How about that? We'll give it a 50-50.
All right.
Because I remember the match between the Skyscrapers with Sid and Danny against the Road Warriors.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Who's next? Whose list is next? Let's keep it moving.
We'll give it a 50-50 there. So KG, you've been quiet for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I hope you weren't scribbling and trying to make some changes to what you produced for your top 10 WrestleMania shit moments.
No, sir, not at all.
Okay, I saw you writing stuff. You was working hard over there. So either you doing homework or you was penning a letter to Jordan Grace or Nia Jax, wishing them good luck. We know how you
Let me explain something. Upon this show, I'm also trying to get my notes together because I am writing an article about this great man today, and I'm trying to have it done by next week. So if you haven't got
Excellent book.
channel,
Excellent book.
get it.
Excellent book.
Big inspiration. Wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for him. So my list is next. Top 10.
Well, hold on. You didn't give
What's
your
the
opinion on.
scuttlebutt? The scuttlebutt, KG.
You didn't give your opinion. You didn't give your opinion on the best workers list. So you need to.
because he was on mute.
No, that's because once you put Britt Baker on there, I was like, it's a legit list. Because Britt Baker, but the pain and agony that she goes through, and she really doesn't have to. Like I love that woman, man. I'm like her dedication to her craft, and I mean inside the ring. I'm not talking about it outside the ring. It's beautiful to me. But I had no problem with it. I love your list. I'm not. I mean, the thing is, I said it last night. The way your vision to the game is, it's way better than mine, and I'm getting trained up to where I can be able to see it the way that y'all see it.
You know he blind, right, KG? Don't be sizing him up. There's a DC word for you again. Don't be sizing him up. You know he blind.
Hey, yeah. Look. I may be blind.
4 eyes and can't see.
But when it comes to professional wrestling,
blind.
I'm 2010. Okay.
Yeah, bifocals. All right. The Coke bottles you seeing through. That's probably why you couldn't see Peacock last night.
So I could see Peacock. It was y'all and them damn cheap ass TVs y'all got, and that bullshit cable y'all got going on.
Wow.
I didn't have a problem with my Peacock. my Peacock was going long and strong.
See, here we go. Off the rails.
Me too.
Oh, man.
That was a layup for y'all. That was a layup. We ain't had a Me Too in all year, so there you go. That was a layup for y'all.
It was justified, but I'm glad somebody said it. Oh, have mercy. So at least you know you still got it, James. I don't know what you got, but you still got it. Go ahead and grace us with those OS moments.
Well, from 1 to 10 to 10 to 1. And to answer your question, Raj, it's 3:02 in the nation's capital, so we know what time that is. Scuttlebutt! Of course, I remember that. That was the highlight of my day every day. For those who don't know, that's a John Thompson reference. It had to be there. Top 10 shit moments at WrestleMania. Number 10, and mine's in order because I can follow directions. So
thank you, sir. Thank you. We got.
You know what, KG, that just like your homeboy, that was totally unnecessary.
Hey, James, how that bus feel?
Calm down.
I know, right?
Yo, man, let's see what the young Padawan got to say.
Okay.
Hit that man with the red line, just boom.
Top 10. Number 10, The Immortal Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, champion versus champion, WrestleMania 6.
Who was torn during that match? Raise your hand.
Garbage.
Hogan
can't wrestle, but go ahead.
No, he cannot. He cannot.
That was
No. Let's clear that up. Hogan can wrestle in Japan.
True.
Hogan can wrestle in Japan, but he can't wrestle in the United States.
They don't know that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, KG.
9. WrestleMania 19. Brock almost breaks his freaking neck.
Okay, I was about to say, if you didn't have that one on your list was going to be bullshit. But go ahead.
Number 8. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, champs at 20.
We were just talking about that for the theme songs.
Right. That was just a great moment, period.
Yep.
Number 7, the ladies' main event, WrestleMania at 35. After Evolution, they should have kept that train going. And we talk about it all the time. If you kept that train going with the women's division will be way better than what it is. Not bad, but it's not as good as it can be.
They have no show.
Keep the momentum going. Number 6, the TLC match at WrestleMania 17.
Yes.
Number 5 still brings tears to my eyes, even to this day.
Don't do it. We're not trying to go there.
The saddest sweet chin music of all time, Ric Flair's retirement at 24.
What does Sean say? Speaking of HBK, there you go. As a Shawn Michaels throwback moment right there. Can you see it? The ladder match.
That's
Shawn Ramon.
This is something I got a theory about that match. If you notice, Scott Hall was never the same after that match because he went under the ladder. He was never the same after that match.
Yeah, but how many superstars go under the ladder as the heel, and stuff like that? But I'm with you.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy went under the ladder every match he had.
On the flip side, he went under the ladder and kind of joined the NWO and became ridiculously rich.
Okay.
So,
I guess it's revisionist history for me.
There's two sides of that ladder. So it depends on how you look at it. But my question to you, KG, is what did HBK say before he hit that sweet chin on Flair?
I love you. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That tears start flowing, man.
It's just in your brain. As soon as you think about that match, it's the first thing that pops up. It's like, oh man.
I get a little misty eyed, man.
Yeah, man. I was crying like Sterling K. Brown on This Is Us. And pretty much every other show he's on. That dude always crying. Well, that's a whole other thing.
Number 4, the slam heard around the world. Hogan slams Andre at WrestleMania 3. Even though it was assisted slam, but it's still a slam that heard around the world. Number 3, the birth of Austin 316 and the formation of D-Generation X at WrestleMania 14. The trifecta of stunners at number 2 happened at WrestleMania 15. It took not 1, not 2, but 3 stunners to beat The Rock. And each one was sold perfectly. And number 1 top 10.
How The Rock was.
It was a case of being on the line. Number 1 top 10. Oh shit! WrestleMania moment.
Uh-oh.
Into the street at WrestleMania 30. That had to be the biggest oh shit moment because nobody saw it coming. Not a soul saw it coming. Anybody that said they saw it coming is lying.
What was it? You went out a little bit. What'd you say?
The boy expression out in the crowd is classic.
End of the street at 30.
Oh, end of the streak. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people were coming up to Raj and saying that it was him.
It was
all black people look alike.
The whole 6 months, everybody thought they thought I was at WrestleMania. That was not me.
All black people look alike. They thought it was me too.
Right. We all look alike.
Except for James, because when you dinosaur, you pretty much look dinosaur.
Yeah, because you know why? Because I'm one of a kind.
Yeah, because all the rest of your kind are extinct. How you make it through the evolutionary chain?
Because I'm that damn good.
Yep.
So,
Thank you, KG. Say it again.
any issues? Any problems with those top 10?
No, actually, I think that was a pretty solid list.
Yeah. I
The
told
only
you.
one I don't like, the only one I don't like is your number 10, that Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, because neither one of them could wrestle. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but that was it was
But
more
it was at that time, because they were the two most powerful beings in WWE at that time. So I get it. I get it.
and it was more than just a wrestling match for kids. It was, two heroes going together. And, I think it was the first time that they've had a moment where you had just two characters at that magnitude clashing, and somebody had to come out a winner. It wasn't somebody's coming to run in and save somebody like we typically saw, or anything like that, or a turn.
Right. No count out, no disqualification, nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The water cooler conversation, the water fountain conversation in school, or the playground conversation is, who are you, Warrior or Hogan? You saying some prayers, or you running around the house all day? Which one are you doing? And the ending of that is history, and it is what it is. But either way, I'd say because of that match, we still ended up with two Hall of Famers, no matter what. So we were blessed to be young, with the exception of James, during that time period. I haven't got there yet. I'm gonna get there, James. You're gonna say it tonight.
No, I'm not gonna say it. You want me to say it? I'm not gonna say it.
You're gonna say it tonight.
No, I am proud of my age. I'm proud of the gray hair that I'm sporting. All that. So you can say anything you want to about my age.
Well,
right. I was telling people all the time. I was looking for 50 with a flashlight, and I'm looking for 60 the same way.
To say anything about your age, James, because the Romans still trying to find enough numerals for it.
That's all right.
At some point, they went back to the Aztecs, and they were still stumped. They're like, shit, he just old. So they have to figure that out.
Just say I'm pi. How about that?
What do you say?
Just say I'm pi.
Yeah, you could be. But just like it was in American Pie, I lifted you up and slammed you down on the Harley Davidson game, shook the whole world.
Oh my God, here we go with this bullshit.
Why do you keep saying you was there? One day I'm gonna get the witnesses together. We're gonna have them on the show because people saw it. They seen it.
Okay.
So you can deny it all you want while nobody else.
And when you dig those people up, yeah, make sure you get all the dirt off of them.
Hey,
make sure that you have enough air in them so that they can stand upright.
Hey, all it is they invented that little thing called Facebook Messenger. Like, boom, what y'all doing? I need y'all to jump on the show real quick and remind James about that time I slammed his Rudy Poo candy ass. Yes, KG, I see your hand up, sir.
I got a question.
About that day?
Because if my memory serves me correct, there should be a video of that, shouldn't it?
No, unfortunately not. Cell phones didn't exist, back then.
No, but
he's talking about security cameras.
They had cameras around.
Not in that corner.
Right, not in that corner, because it did. Of course, not in that corner.
I'm sorry.
Of course, not in that corner.
It took somebody manager access to know where all the cameras are, just so you know. So I can't be slamming people, especially after the nut shot incident.
Yeah, I was about to bring up the nut shot incident. Yeah.
The last thing I need is to have another strike on my belt, and Barry to be like, "Didn't we just have this conversation?" I'm like, yeah, you're right.
The only difference between his made up story and the crotch shot is the fact that the crotch shot there was a snitch.
Wasn't no snitch, he told.
That's what I'm saying. He snitched on you.
Nobody else snitched because everybody was shocked that I slammed you behind.
No, I'm talking about the crotch shot.
Here's the thing. It's crazy because you knew where the cameras were in Atlanta, but in DC, every time I was ready to fight, you always, you knew when to come out of the office and stop me from fighting, though.
I knew where the cameras were in DC too.
Yeah, it seemed like I was always on the camera because you never let me fight.
I was opening crew. Of course I knew where the cameras are. I was tight like this with production.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, Sports Arena stayed tight with production. That was a must.
Never let me fight. Never let me have no fun. You don't never let me have no fun.
Now, if you was in Anaheim, you would have had a shot.
That's because you're a Padawan, KG. You're a Padawan. You got to get you still got Similac behind your ears, bro.
Man,
You ain't ready.
I was only 18, man. I was ready to fight the world at 18.
Yeah, and then talk to the girls at the greeter station. But that's a whole other story.
Let's move on. We're not gonna talk about that because I'm married. Don't get up. Cut that.
Hit him with the color purple. I was married now.
Cut that. I'm not getting in trouble tonight. Cut that.
I hope not, because you got to make it through to tomorrow. You ain't gonna have no excuse not to be on tomorrow's show. So, moving right along to the next big part, or the next exciting part. Since we did have NXT Takeover, and we know what would it be Mania as it currently is without one hell of a lead up being NXT Takeover. But originally, I was gonna do 10 of the best Takeover matches that happened during WrestleMania week. But as I did the research and went back and watched, I was like, damn, it's kind of hard to pick because Takeover technically puts in work every single time. So I decided to tweak it, and I know it sucks because it went all the way up to 18, so I won't be able to go deep into detail. But I'm going to give you 18 of the must-see/watch NXT Takeover matches, in my opinion, since NXT's existence with the Takeover pay-per-view.
Hold up. That's not in the production notes.
Well, you don't read anyway, so be quiet.
That's not in the production notes. You need to go back your production notes.
It's in my contract.
You're messing with me about production notes. I'm giving it back to you. That's not in the production notes.
Do I need to change it right now and put it in the production notes and send it to you?
Nah, go ahead. Do what you gonna do.
I appreciate that.
Because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
I'm glad. Take a smoke or something. Take a drink.
Oh hell yeah, you know that's gonna happen.
All right, so in no particular order, they're not, like I said, a top or bottom or anything, because they're all amazing matches. But on the 20th of May in 2017 in Chicago, the Authors of Pain had one hell of a great match against DIY and NXT Tag Team Championship ladder match. So that's the first must-watch show. The second, on April 15, 2019 in the UK, Pete Dunne versus Walter was an amazing match. Just as good as on April 7th of 2018 in New Orleans, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano went toe-to-toe in an unsanctioned match, kind of like the one we saw with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, but just a lot more on the line. We take it a little bit later on in the year, in November 18, 2017, NXT War Games had Aleister Black versus, we don't know what the hell he is now, the Velveteen Dream, and one hell of a barn burner match. I don't know if he's still with the company, not with the company. He has been, kind of out, so I don't know if Triple H is giving him the opportunity to still get his life right, or if they just wrote him off, period, of existence. On February 16th of 2020 in Portland, before all the crazy COVID stuff started going all over the place, we had the Undisputed Era, being O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, went one-on-one with the Broserweights, Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle. So that was a hell of a great match. And September 11th, 2014, at NXT, just General Takeover, we had a fatal four-way between, this is how far back it is, speaking of Death Triangle, Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, and one of the most over talents, in my opinion, in the history of NXT since it went from OVW, Sami Zayn, and arguably one of the best fatal four-ways they've ever had in that promotion. On May 20th, 2017, in Chicago, you had Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. So obviously you're seeing a little bit of a trend of Pete Dunne putting in some phenomenal work, kind of like he should have been on the list. But, not going to say anything. Not going to say anything.
I give it to you. I give it to
Just
you.
like another phenomenal worker that's all over the place, but I wasn't trying to make it all about him. On December 16th of 15 in London, Finn Balor, who's synonymous with NXT takeovers and almost as much as Johnny Gargano, had a hell of a great match against one of his big rivals, Samoa Joe. On February 11th, 2015, another great one to watch at Rival. And this was the second, or maybe the first best, depending on how you look at it, fatal four-way for a championship at NXT. That was Charlotte versus Sasha versus Becky versus Bayley for the women's championship. And we all know how good that was. You also had another great one at Respect on October 17th, 2015. You guys should go watch for sure if you have not. The 30-minute Iron Woman match between Sasha Banks and Bayley. That was a clinic and arguably one of the best Iron period matches, in my opinion, since WrestleMania 12. On August 4th, 2018, they went to Brooklyn for the fourth time and had somebody that's underrated, in my opinion, Ricochet, go up against Adam Cole for the North American Championship before Ricochet got called up. On November 23rd in 2019 at War Games 3, you had Team Baszler, which was Shayna, Bianca, Kaylee Ray, and Io, your girl, versus Team Ripley, being Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox, and the heel turn of Dakota Kai with, I would say, the female kick heard around the world because she beat the crap out of Tegan Nox that night. Once again, the most over talent, in my opinion, of NXT on April 1st, 2016 in Dallas. Sami Zayn went against second to almost being as over as Sami Zayn. Shinsuke Nakamura went one-on-one and a hell of a great match. And then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match on TakeOver on November 19, 2016 between The Revival and DIY, being Gargano and Ciampa. So 4 more to go of the must-watches. August 22nd, 2015 in Brooklyn. He returns on the list once again. Finn Balor going up against Kevin Owens in a ladder match for the NXT Championship. Taking it all the way back to War Games number 2 on November 17, 2018, Undisputed Era, and as its totality went up against Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders. At Brooklyn on August 22nd of 2015 for the NXT Women's Championship for the last time that they met in NXT is Sasha Banks versus Bayley going one-on-one. And last but not least, what would it be a list without one from this year? And that, in my opinion, was Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT UK Championship from Stand and Deliver. So that was really succinctly, in my opinion, 18. I was trying to do 10, but that match was great too, and that match was great too. So it's going to be interesting to see now that NXT is over to the Tuesday starting next week, how their lane is going to change, how the production is going to be, if they're going to be allowed to have the same type of free reign and direction as they did before Vince started putting his hands in it, because all of these matches were when Vince didn't have his hands in it. And that was just Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and some of the great bookers and talent down there and road agents just putting on good shows. And those shows, arguably at any time, will destroy an AEW on any night if they weren't pay-per-views and separate at that time when AEW existed. So any of those matches ring a bell for any of you gentlemen and give you oh yeah, I remember that match type of feel? I know it was a lot of them, but.
Oh yeah, I pretty much remember all of those matches. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was a decent list. So yeah, you did all right with that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
A name from the past.
Yeah, no qualms for me. Good list.
Sounds
Good
good.
list.
Good. Time to be the man. Actually, that kind of works. She sent out a tweet today of her working out, that being Becky Lynch. So everybody's going into Rumorville thinking that she's supposed to make some interesting return. Who knows? On night one, Bianca Belair could be potentially the champion and potentially staring down a Becky Lynch on the entrance rack. Could be a thing, or it could be saved for the Monday night after. So we'll have.
Yeah, they'll probably save that for Monday night. Yeah, just like they have this, just like they got this new appearance coming up on Tuesday for NXT.
What the hell is Eva Marie? She's on contract now, but she hasn't shown up yet.
I don't know. They keep threatening like she's gonna come back, but I don't know. But you know who this new person is for NXT, right?
Oh, I'm trying to stay awake. I want to be surprised to see if it's really a good surprise or not.
Okay, so I won't say because I know who it is.
I'm trying.
I won't spoil it for you.
Keep my fingers crossed. But let me ask Raj you a question. Uh-oh. Don't be showing a Baby Yoda up in here, man. You know all the people will be like, "Oh, Baby Yoda."
Hey, man. Hey, what's up? What you got for me?
All right, so in your opinion, if Becky comes back, and we've had our show about how you can breastfeed on the road, arguably one of our coolest shows. But if she comes back, do you think she is going to be at that same level to be the man, or is she coming back as Becky Lynch?
I don't think they want to lose that luster with her. So I think they still going to build her up and make her be the man. She might not get into no real strenuous matches at first, but they're going to still make her, seem to be unbeatable when she comes back, just to keep her on that same track. That's just my opinion of it.
So let's say she goes and she challenges Bianca. Should Bianca be the sacrificial lamb for Becky?
Hell no.
Okay, or should it be Asuka? Providing Asuka beats Ripley.
Let her go after Asuka. Let Bianca have her shine at this point. Don't do that. Don't do that to my girl. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that to Bianca.
Actually, that would probably be a decent thing to let just to get the rub. Because I got a feeling they're gonna kill the man gimmick.
Well, it's kind of hard because that whole gimmick, in my opinion, was based off momentum. Ric Flair talked it and walked it. Stone Cold walked it, stomped it, and then walked it by. But Becky Lynch was a reactionary thing from her having a nose bust because of y'all's girl Nia, and then wherewithal to be able to move forward and take advantage of it and go into the crowd and give you that bloody face shot that pretty much shocked and solidified her as breaking through that ceiling. But now she's coming back and the ceiling has closed itself again. And like I said, in my opinion, it's momentum. So I don't know how to do it. Initially, without somebody big being Belair, coming off of a win in Mania to be the challenger. But again, if it sucks to put Bianca in that position because you can either do the honors so that way Becky can, move forward and you'll get yours on a comeback, or you could beat Becky and then, where does she go from there?
But even if they put them together and Becky gets beat for a while, I mean, that's what baby faces do. I mean, they struggle at first and they work their way back up the ladder until they get to that position where they can be in title contention. So being that she's been out for almost a year.
Yeah, you can't bring her back and just put her in the title function without her working through some other people, working her way back.
Oh no, I'm not saying
sure about that.
I'm not saying that because they do that shit all the time.
I was about to bring somebody.
They bring somebody out of obscurity and whatnot, somebody that hasn't wrestled in 8-10 years and whatnot, and give them a title shot first night.
It's called the Goldberg effect. I get it. Yeah.
Still trying to figure out how Rick to show up on Raw and got a championship match at Mania. There you go, KG. That's all for you, bud. Can you see it?
Good old WrestleMania 2000.
There you go. All right,
I
so
still think SmackDown is a game, but that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, it was still running off the AKI engine back then, and Ukes and all that stuff. So it's pretty much No Mercy with a little bit of jazz. So here's what we're going to do next, guys, and this is going to be controversial, and it's not James on the programming notes, but James, you were made aware of it yesterday when we did the dress rehearsal for it. So James, I will go ahead and try this, and we will see how it works out.
All right, so KG, put him on the big screen. So if this screws up, it screws up big, okay?
Hey, like EA Sports is always going to be big. All right, so we're going to play us.
Yeah, give him the whole screen. Go ahead.
We're going to play this little game. It's about who. Can y'all see it?
Nope.
Damn it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I can see it. I see it.
KG, you see it?
No, sir, I do not.
I understand it's your shit.
Well, figure it out. How 2 out of 3 see it?
It has to be a part of it. You brought me in.
All right, Don. So what's the question?
I'll wait for KG to see it so he can have his
Hey,
participation in this.
Plays his key pick because I made some
Are you good now, KG?
This is crazy.
Transfer to Facebook.
Do you see it?
Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on. What's going on?
Wait a minute. What's with the steps from Kill Bill and shit? What's this?
KG, do you see it?
No, sir, I do not. I'm trying to work. Hold on. All right, this is better. Now let's go.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, what
It's
is
the
this?
large
What the
screen.
hell are you doing? I can't share the screen and then have that at the same time. That's why you can't see it. Take this off. Because I can't even see that. So I got WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen in podcast land, KG is trying some stuff. You know, he needs to don't chase waterfalls, stick to the rivers and the lakes that he's used to.
You did come by the hole of old.
Who you talking about?
All right, KG, gotta pull it off so I can share the screen.
Okay, so I guess I got to go to speaker view.
Hey, for you.
All right, hit it.
It's like we on a game show or something.
I know, right?
What was that, Hollywood Squares almost?
Nah, this is more like what was that show with the match? This is more like the match game.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Where you at? You gotta pull it away.
like,
What else you want me to do? There's only so much.
The stairs. The stairs is up to me.
You say what?
You need to get rid of the stairs thing.
the last 2 years, I was gonna say, because
How am I still seeing it? Is everybody else still seeing the stairs?
Yes. I still see the stairs.
You have one job. One job.
I'm
This is what happens when you
Raj, mute your mic because I can hear Mikhail's conversation.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, so can you reverse what you did?
Yeah, I took it off. Make sure everybody, if you hit it up in the top right-hand corner, not where it's recording, but you tap the screen and you see the little box. Everybody turn it on grid view.
There we go. Skype, ladies and gentlemen. Skype, we're learning. All right, so
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on a minute.
Uh-oh.
Grid view. Let me
There you
see.
go.
I don't see that.
I got a blank screen now.
Last year.
Yeah, I got a blank screen now too.
All right, let's see. Can y'all see?
There we go. We're good.
KG,
I see it.
KG, you good?
I see nothing. I see y'all. That's about it.
What the heck is going on with your screen? I don't know what's going on your end. I'll turn off the sharing and then reshare it.
Try it again.
If not, we'll move on without you.
Okay, I got the stairs again.
I don't. I got y'all. I got
Okay,
a
I'm
blank
blank.
screen.
Okay,
Okay,
I got the PowerPoint.
I got the PowerPoint now.
KG.
I have nothing. I'm looking at you guys.
I have no idea why you can't see the shared screen. So we're gonna move on because we don't know what's going on with your thing. But I guess it's gonna be the Roz and James edition of who's on top, the most polarizing edition. And here's the way it's gonna work. I'm gonna pick between Raj and James, and I'm gonna give you a position number, as you can see from 1 to 10, and you're gonna pick somebody. What the hell? You're gonna pick somebody from. Are you sharing a picture, James?
No, that wasn't me.
What the heck is this? I don't know. Here, I'll tell you what, KG, I got you. I'm just gonna send you a picture through the messenger, so that way you can see it. That way you can be involved. There you go. All right, so you can look on your phone, so you can be involved. You should have it in a second.
I got it. This phone's pretty fast.
Good.
Okay.
Computer, not so much. All right, so you see the picture now?
Yes, I do.
All right, so you are now involved, and since you were the first one to have the broken equipment, you will get position 6. So this is the most polarizing, not the best wrestler, not the best worker or anything like that. This is just the most polarizing from a fan perspective, just overall in general, pop culture, all that stuff. So who would you put out of the people that we have on both sides of the list at number 6?
At number 6, I would have to say Booker T.
All right, Booker T is moving into number 6. James, you got number 3. Most polarizing. Who are you putting in the 3 spot?
The Rock.
Wow. Dwayne only a 3? Okay. Raj, you got number 10.
Number 10. Number 10. Let me get
we didn't talk, but we always hit each other on the inbox every day.
I'll put Finn Balor at number 10.
A lot better as a
All right.
Because a lot of times
Okay.
kids
Number 8.
but he was actually overall he was actually really good.
Number 8. Number 8, I'll go with Kofi Kingston.
Okay. James, number 4.
John Cena.
Okay. Raj, number 1.
Oh, that's easy. Stone Cold, baby.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Since this is number 1, I'll give KG and James the option to argue for somebody else. I know it's your pick, but I just,
I agree. Stone Cold.
All right. I'm thinking Jericho.
Yeah. Last I saw him was when they
Well, see, I gotta go off what's on the list because my number 1 would be the Brooklyn Brawler, but I can go with Stone Cold.
and he gets on me for the Killer Bees for tag teams.
Oh shit!
You need to do one for tag teams then at some point. But right now, Stone Cold is the most polarizing figure ever, in my opinion.
Okay. If you go tag teams, it's the Road Warriors and everybody else.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
So KG, you got number 9.
We
still have people on the board like Eddie Guerrero, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Sting, like I said, Chris Jericho, Taker, Lashley, R-Truth.
I'm gonna go at number 9 with R-Truth.
All right. James, you got number 2. So who's just below Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That's where I would put Jericho.
All right. Almost done. Raj, you have number 5, rounding out or starting the top 5. Who you got?
Undertaker.
All right. And KG, that leaves you with number 7. And I'm surprised you haven't said it already, but we'll see if you still pick it.
CM Punk.
Say it again.
CM Punk.
Wow. And I thought you would say Triple H.
I thought it was gonna say Triple H too.
And that's his boy.
Things happen.
So for those in podcast land, since we put all that together and we figured out who is on top for the most polarizing in WWE. At number 10, you're talking about Finn Balor. Number 9, R-Truth. 8, Kofi Kingston. 7, CM Punk. Number 6, Booker T. And beginning your top 5, The Undertaker. Number 4, can't really see him, but allegedly he's there, John Cena. Number 3, The Rock. Number 2, Chris Jericho, who will be on the Broken Skull sessions immediately following night 2 of WrestleMania. Chris Jericho. And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So good job, guys. I appreciate y'all obliging me on something. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that little segment. I think the next one should revolve around the best women wrestlers and sports entertainers of all time. So that'll be an interesting opportunity to do some picks and see how that list pans out and who will be on top. But now, for the benefit of those without flash photography, it is time for us to get to the reason for the season. And I see we all still got a little bit of smoky left. So to make sure that y'all get all your good puffs in before we start our WrestleMania picks. Unless anybody has anything they want to add before we start the pick down.
Well, you didn't want me to do the other one?
I'm gonna do that at the end.
You do it at the end? Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, just flip it up a little bit since I threw that other one in there. So I just wanted to save that for the end.
All right.
Especially if there's going to be some interesting conversations about these picks. So, Raj, since you are our guest tonight, then you will get first pick. And the first match you're going to pick from is Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. Who you got?
Sorry, I was muted. First of all, I don't know why you wasting Braun Strowman in a match with Shane McMahon, but we all know that Shane McMahon will do some spot in this match. But I'll take the big man in this match because Shane doesn't wrestle on a daily basis, and he'll job to the big man. So I think Braun Strowman will win this match.
All right.
Well, you know it was supposed to be Triple H, but Triple H turned down a match in WrestleMania, so this was kind of a plan B.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we know Shane will do some spot like he does every year. He'll do some spot, some holy shit spot in his match, but Braun Strowman will beat him in the end.
Okay. James, who you got?
Yeah, I go with Braun.
All right, KG.
With the 2 gentlemen before me, I'm going with Braun.
All right, that'll be our first gimme unanimous. Because, I mean, that's got to be one where the babyface wins. So we'll go with that. But at least Braun gets a payday. So I know they're wasting his talent, but at the same time, he's getting that Mania check. So I'm like, whatever. At least he's shown. Meanwhile, Bayley is not. So, James, Raw Tag Team match. Who's going to walk out with the championships at night 1? The New Day or AJ Styles and the big old man Omos?
I don't really have a reason not to pick AJ and Omos, really. I mean, why not give it to Omos? You know, this is his debut. You know he's going to dominate pretty much the whole match. So, yeah, I give it to AJ and Omos. And you gonna take that down? That PowerPoint down?
It's still up?
Yeah, it's still up on my screen.
I'm sorry. There you go. I apologize for that. You know, we'll call this the dry run. I got to remember to unshare the screen. Thank you, thank you.
And now we're on the stairs.
Oh God!
I don't have the stairs. I got y'all, but I just don't have KG.
I got the stairs, so.
Well, we'll see. I got.
I don't know what's going on.
KG, you have one job. You can't blame the guys in the truck because you obviously have a control box over there. You pressed the wrong button.
No, it's not that. I got a phone call and I'm like, everyone knows what time it is. I get no respect, I tell you, no respect at all.
So the people from the truck called you and said, "Don't press this button, group. Don't press this button." The big red one, group. Don't press this button. And the rest. So I agree with James. I think a quick squash match though, just time wise. So yeah, I'll give it to AJ. If they stretch it out, AJ will be starting a match, and as soon as Omos gets in, kabow, great Khali, and then call it a day. If they let him play up as the big man that he is. So Raj, who you got? AJ or AJ?
I'm a be the devil's advocate in this. I'm gonna let New Day keep the belts. Omos has never wrestled. I can't see his first wrestle match. Get the tag team belts. He'll be outside the ring some kind of way. They'll do something to him, and he can't get back in the ring, and they'll find a way to do the finishing move on AJ Styles, and New Day will keep the belts, and they'll keep this going, and they'll drop the belts to him in another pay per view, but they won't drop it at WrestleMania.
Okay, KG.
Do you really need to ask me this?
Yes.
Since we got to go through the motions, it's a new day. Yes, it is.
Thank you, sir.
When have I ever picked against the New Day?
I don't know. We just formalities, man. It's formalities. All right. So since it's still, I guess it'll still be your turn, KG. So just a general match. No titles involved, unfortunately. You got the King of Swing, Cesaro, versus the still newly returning Happy Daddy with the fresh suits now, Seth Rollins.
Give me Cesaro.
All right, James.
Seth.
Raj.
Rollins talking about you.
Give me Seth.
You just left the fuck here.
James. I know you don't listen to this type of music, kind of too secular for you or something like that. But you do have a tag match between Grammy Award winning Bad Bunny and Damian Priest going up against the new kings of rap, The Miz and Morrison. So who you got?
I didn't hear your pick for the last one. Who'd you pick?
I picked Cesaro. I'm sorry. I thought you heard that.
Okay. I didn't hear it. Okay. So Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Okay. Give me Bunny and Priest.
KG?
From what they're saying, Bad Bunny is training with a lot of guys in the back, so I go with James. Give me Bunny and Priest.
All right, Raj.
Anytime you got an outsider wrestling at WrestleMania, they usually win the match, and the fact that they made this a tag team match with Damian Priest, they have to, and Damian Priest has to get a win under his belt. He'll get the pin, so I'll go with Damian Priest and Bad Bunny.
To be honest, it was like,
And it sucks because as much as I love Miz and Morrison, I wouldn't mind them pulling the upset and just getting the win just because they've been putting over everybody else. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the easy no-brainer being Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. But I'm keeping hope alive that Miz and Morrison will somehow slot in the win just to save face for their careers, especially with John Morrison coming back, and now you got Taya Valkyrie going into NXT at some point. So we'll see how that plays out. Be quiet, James. I'm still hoping. I don't want to know anything, but be quiet, James. All right, so for the WWE Championship, we're just going to jump straight into a big one. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Excuse me, I apologize. The almighty Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. And I'm hoping and praying, since the dead weight is gone, allegedly, who knows, they could come back in some shape, manner. It could be a swerve. I'm going with Bobby Lashley over Drew. Drew needs to drop down a peg, get the IC title or something like that, US, whatever. Run with that, and then let Bobby Lashley have his thing. KG, Lashley or Drew?
You know how long I've waited for Lashley to be champion.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, why would you break up the Hurt business?
Because you need free opportunity and space if Lashley's going to face Brock.
Yeah, no. Bad as I want to see Lashley versus Brock, I'm not breaking up the Hurt business. The Hurt business was over. Like, how do you break that up?
But see,
dare I say it, Black Four Horsemen.
The Hurt business isn't really broken up, really. The Hurt business has always been MVP and Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna end up adding some more people in. Like right now, there's a whole bunch of names that they're talking about, and I got a couple of names in mind that'll get in there myself. So all they're gonna do is bring in new people and build up the Hurt business and just have another version, just like the Horsemen.
Stop. So what was the problem with Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin?
Shelton can't talk.
And there probably was no problem. They were just looking for a change.
Shelton can't talk. That's always been his problem. Great performer, great wrestler. He just can't talk. Cedric was pretty decent towards his end before they pulled him over and put him in the Hurt business. He had some great promos, but yeah. We just need, if Shelton got Thea Vidal back and she was in the Hurt business talking for Shelton, game time.
No, we don't want Sheldon's mama coming back. No.
Somebody call my mom.
Not at all.
Somebody call my mom.
But no, I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
Wow. Okay. Raj, who you got? Bobby Lashley or the Drewster?
I'm gonna go with Lashley, Benjamin, or the other guy. I forgot his name. I just said him. But they'll come in and interfere some type of way. Yeah, Cedric Alexander. They'll come in some type of way, interfere with the match, and Lashley will retain.
Yeah, this could end up being a swerve.
Yeah, this guy swerve written all over.
Did somebody just not say that, James? Did I not just say that? Are you watching the same? Are you watching the same show we are?
I don't listen to you.
You don't know my life. So who you got, James? Because now you want to swerve business.
I'm going with Lashley. I'm gonna let KG have this one, be the odd man out.
KG, since you're the only one that picked Drew, I'm gonna ask you the magical question. Because at NXT, we saw quite a few of them.
Yes, her butt is exalted as his looks.
No. Is Drew gonna slap his thigh or what?
No.
Hey, if they end up honoring that fine,
Oh,
They're gonna make all the money back that they lost last year off
from
of
NXT.
thigh slaps.
From NXT, everybody was doing it. Like
Everybody was doing it.
And Adam Cole was going ham. It's like, well, the only person that didn't do it was Walter because he was
Walter didn't do it at all, but everybody else went ham in the paint. Yep.
Stephanie right there, like cha-ching, cha-ching.
Right. Because I myself got to the point where I was like, I ought to do a count and see how many thigh slaps are in this damn show.
Had we have known, that'd have been a great drinking game. Had we have known. But then again, we can do it tomorrow. See how many sips we took before our recap show.
I would be no good for that show. I would not show up.
Well, we said sips, not gulps, James. Sips, not gulps.
Hey, sips too. I'm talking. I mean, do you realize how many thigh slaps were in that damn show?
Yeah.
That's a whole bottle right there, just sipping.
And KGB is some serious trouble. His hair be all spiked up. He probably have his shirt off by that point.
Yeah, he had the W back up on his head, as in wasted.
Yeah, for real. He set us back 50 years with that, man.
Oh, what? Don't give us the finger.
Sir.
Don't give us the finger.
No, sir.
Where's your wife at? She
in the room.
Yeah.
Looking at him like,
it's been 13 years almost since I had a drink. I'm not drinking, no, sir. But I will throw them W's up, though, all day long.
We appreciate that.
All day long.
Because your wife beat your ass.
That's why I put them back down real quick. Shane out here.
On hairstyles and stuff like that remind you of some great rap opportunities. RIP to DMX. Just wanted to throw that out there. We wish him great time in a new dog pound up there wherever he is. So RIP to one of the rap greats. As some would say, gone way before his time, but it is what it is at that point. So RIP to DMX. Just wanted to put that out there. So SmackDown Women's Championship. Not going to call it yet. We're going to skip one and go to this tag team turmoil match. Raj, you'll get first pick. Now, the winner of the tag team turmoil match will face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler on night 2. So you have the choice between Naomi and Lana, Mandy and Dana Brooke, the Riot Squad, or Natty and Tamina.
Give me Natty and Tamina, because they're the only ones they're big enough that can hang with them the second night. They got the girth to do it. So I'm gonna go with Natty and Tamina.
That's right.
I agree. KG?
Live to ride, ride to live.
Uh-oh, that's going to be that one. James?
I want to say Tamina and Natalya, but I'm going with Naomi and Lana.
Yeah, I figured this was going to be that one. I'm going to have to, just because of what she said on Talking Smack, I'm going to have to go with Natty and Tamina. Because the Natty has been cutting some good promos, and Paul Heyman gave her a good rub, platonically, of course. So that could set them up. And Tamina has not been wearing a straitjacket, so
yeah. I was gonna ask you, what did you think about the outfit, the gear for her tonight?
Man, I'm just saying, I'm happy. But if that straitjacket come back, then with Houston we got a problem. That's all I got to say about that.
No, I don't think they're going to bring the straitjacket back.
Please don't. Her career could have been so much better if she would never put that on. And notice, Nia, she doesn't wear, well, once in a while she'll have the little flappy thing on her side. I still don't understand what the purpose of that is. It just, I don't know. Like, why?
But it's an aesthetic thing. It kind of brings down her hips a little bit.
Was that your idea?
She probably has a body thing with her hips, so that kind of slims down her hips with those saddlebags she got on there. But
Why would she ever want to slim down her hips?
I don't know, but you got people who have issues with their bodies, and that might be one of them. And she didn't have them tonight, so I don't know. Maybe she's switching up.
I ain't got no issue with her body.
No, me neither.
Well, I'm glad y'all have proven that body positivity is still a thing. Good job, team. So now we can talk about what is now the main event of the evening. SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. I will give first pick to our guest and tell us what we all know should be and will be the outcome.
Look, man, I like Sasha and everything, but goddamn it, you got to give it to my girl Bianca. She thicker than duck butter, bruh. And she can wrestle. So it's her moment. It's her time to.
All right, we lost you for a second. So you said it's her time to shine?
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going with Bianca.
All right. KG? Go ahead and just make it unanimous.
Well,
don't you be that guy.
I gotta be that guy. But I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair.
All right, so we all know I'm Team Bianca, so that's a wrap on that. James?
Yeah, that's a sweep. I'm going with Bianca.
That is what it is. So that is night one. Night two, it's going to be interesting because I think night one, in my opinion, has a lot of the better matches, but night two is going to be interesting for WrestleMania proper on a Sunday. So Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. I know it sounds crazy. I know it may be a conspiracy for me to pick him, but I'm going with Sami Zayn. James?
Yeah, I think I need to go with Sami Zayn too because he's getting the push. So he's got that movie or whatever that he's supposed to be premiering, and he's got Logan Paul there after the little push that Kevin Owens gave him. So I'm sure he's going to get involved in some way. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn.
All right, Raj.
Yeah, I'll go with Sami Zayn. Them two been wrestling each other over the years. They're best buddies and everything, but I'm gonna give Sami Zayn the push on this one.
All right, JT, now you can be that guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick Tugboat.
Okay.
Tugboat.
I'll write it in.
Man, give me Kevin Owens.
I'd say if you want to pick Earthquake too, he's good. As long as nobody jumps on Damien, we're okay. We couldn't even do that in this era right now, in the way that the climate of everybody is. Can you think about that for a second? We allegedly watched a guy stomp around and then sit on a python. Was it 3 times he did that? And allegedly squashed Damien? Man, wow.
I'm surprised Peter didn't dig in their ass then, even though there wasn't a real snake in the bag, of course. But
They were old women and stuff back then. They weren't watching no wrestling.
Pantyhose with hamburger meat.
I mean, if the World Wildlife Federation got on them, I'm sure Peter done got on them a few times.
No, World Wildlife Federation only wanted their website hits. They didn't care about anything else but website hits. Speaking of website hits, you can take a look right now and see some of the set for WrestleMania this year. And it is
Sumo, hold on. Hey, hold on, Don. Sumo, where you at, man? We don't see you.
I don't know. It kind of when it flickered, the screen got bigger for me, so I don't even see myself. I thought I was just cropped out, but I don't know. I haven't done it.
Turn your camera off and then turn it back on.
All right, I'll try that.
Not that we want to see your face, but you may have a fan out there or two. No.
Am I back?
Nope. I think you broke your camera.
Well.
Okay, well, let's just keep going. We don't see you, but go ahead. We hear you, but we don't see
You
you.
may come back. So, well, James, since we can't see you, we'll let you do the first pick. You're welcome. For the Intercontinental Championship, the newly African Apollo Crews versus Big E.
I think I got to give it to Apollo.
Really? Think he's gonna take it, huh?
Yeah. Hey, it's in Tampa.
That's what
Tampa. Big E is from Tampa. You know how they do, folks, in their hometowns.
Well, they didn't know it Naomi that way.
Yeah, they didn't do Naomi that way, but then again, she never won the title before either. So this was her first time winning the title. So
I think a few weeks
All right,
later, that's
KG,
what
who you got? Apollo Crews or Big E?
and
James, you picked Apollo Crews, right?
Yes.
yeah.
I'm going Big E.
All right. I'm gonna technically, hopefully, it works out this way. Agree with James, and I'm gonna go with Apollo. So, Raj, you got last pick on the IC direction.
Yeah, you can't do all that gimmick change for Apollo Cruz and not give him the belt for a little bit for Big E can win it back from. So I'm gonna go with Apollo on this.
Sounds good on that. We're gonna skip the gimmick match. Hopefully, it won't be an all red. We'll come back to that one. So we're gonna go to, unfortunately, I might as well call it filler. So KG, for the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley.
They're not giving Rhea Ripley the strap. First time out the gate, not happening. I'll go with Asuka.
WrestleMania moment, first time out the gate.
Yeah, but if a WrestleMania moment, yes, but not for the strap, no. So I'll go with Asuka.
Speaking of straps, make sure y'all check out WWE.com. Not paid by them, but check out WWE.com. Go to shop and take a look at the newly debuted Mick Foley commemorative special championship belt. He debuted that on his Twitter yesterday. Looks pretty cool. So it's based off the Mankind face of Foley. So check that out for those Mankind fans. Just wanted to put that out there. So for me, I'm going to go with Asuka as well. Raj?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley. I know she's trying to do Oscar, but this is not the spot for her to win the championship. I'm gonna go with Oscar.
James?
I'm gonna go with Rhea.
Okay. James, the odd man out. All right. So for the United States Championship, Matt Riddle versus Sheamus. James?
This is
Yeah,
a
no, this is
perplexing one.
interesting. Like, what do you do with these two careers?
Yeah. What path are they going to go? Either one of them going to go if they lose. I'm going with Sheamus.
Okay. Raj, who you got?
Nah, I don't think Sheamus is gonna put Sheamus is gonna put Matt Riddle over. Matt Riddle, he's up and coming. And Sheamus ain't got nothing to prove. This Sheamus is, he's long in the tooth right now. I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle on this one.
All right, KG.
I gotta go with. I would love to see Sheamus win it because after that concussion thing, you notice they haven't really put him in on anything. They break up the bar. He hasn't really had much TV time where he would normally have TV time. So I think this is time for him to get back on top. Give me Sheamus.
All right. And I'm going to have to agree. I would like for Sheamus to get at least one more run in the sun of some kind before, like you said, he not goes out the pasture, but starts just being on a putover train.
Well, heaven knows he needs it. He needs all the sun he can get.
That is true. All right, so here's the bonus match. Because this match, technically, when we tally everything up, will be worth double the whammy. depending on your pick. So the way it'll work is you can either pick Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler to retain the women's tag team championship, to which that will just count as your pick. But where you can get the double win is if your team from the Eliminator match on night 1 wins, then obviously if you pick your team option, then you would have the opportunity to get 2 instead of 1. So I'll go first. I picked to win. Let me go back to it. I picked Natty and Tamina. So I'm going to go and hold on to my pick. So I'll pick Natty and Tamina if they win to also win on night 2. So that would give me 2 wins instead of 1 if it goes in that direction. So Raj, you picked Natty and Tamina as well. You want to stick with them for the win, or do you want to go with Nia and Shayna?
I got nine. I got Nana and Baszler keeping the belts.
All right. Believes in them, but not that much. I'm with you. KG?
I'm Nia and Shayna gonna retain. Celebration in my house.
Even over the Riot Squad, you're not gonna give them a shot, huh?
You realistically, be honest with me. In your heart of hearts, do you think the Riot Squad could beat Baszler and Jax?
Liv Morgan could just give that cute face that melts you all the time, and there you go. Shayna would be done.
Yeah, Liv Morgan can beat me.
That's what I'm saying. And we're not going there. Me too.
Me too. Me too.
Number 2.
What are you talking about? All I said, she's a professional. She is a lady.
She's a professional beater? Is that what you said?
She's a lady. She can beat me. This is her craft. I'm not a professional wrestler. She is. If we wrestle, she could beat me.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you clarified, because it sounded like you called her a professional beater. And that's what got Deshaun Watson in trouble, going to all those professional beaters.
We're not gonna get in trouble with it. We're not gonna get into that because I got my own thoughts about that. But it's all good though. Let's move on before you get me heated and I get going in here.
All right. Well, that leaves James. You picked Naomi and Lana. Are you going with them for the win, or is it going to be Nia and Shayna?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pick.
All right. Thankfully, I'm not the only one that's living out there in hopes and dreams land. So, 2 matches left. Raj, I'll give you the option for the gimmick or the championship. Which match do you want to pick for first?
Let's do the gimmick match first.
All right. So it could be all red, or it could be cinematic. We don't know what the heck it's going to be thus far, but we're talking about The Fiend versus the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. DMD. I'm sorry, wrong show. RKO. You're welcome, Baker.
Randy Orton has nothing to prove to anybody, and he ain't gonna have a problem jobbing to the Fiend. So I'm going with the Fiend with your girl getting involved in a match some type of way and causing him to lose it.
All right, James, going with the Fiend or Randy Orton?
I'm going with the Fiend.
KG?
There we go. I was defeated by the mute button. I'm gonna go with the Fiend, but I want to know: can I get a match against the Fiend / Alexa Bliss and get the finish that happened like a couple weeks ago?
Me too. Or was that me 3?
That's me 3.
I just like the way the finish was booked.
You don't want the finish. You want the pin.
Genuine. Genuine. Stay in your lane.
That's what's the thinking. They doing that off camera. They're not gonna do that on camera, KG. I'm sorry.
Jump on it. Let's ride it. My pony going on. No.
Nah.
And just like Randy Orton's wife, I don't know if your wife would approve that neither.
I could tell you some things, but I ain't, look. I had to tell you that off air, but I tell you some things, boy. You wonder why? You wonder why I'm so goddamn happy. The woman, and I love her too. But I'm gonna go with the Fiend.
All right.
And that has nothing to do with Alexa Bliss. No matter how much I love her, and it wouldn't be Pony that I would be singing to. It'd be none of your friends' business. Your man ain't got to know what you're doing, baby.
You mean her fiance?
I'm bigger than him.
Everybody's bigger than him. This short behind. All right, so that I'm gonna go with the Fiend as well. So my question to put out there, because James, you put it out into the show a couple weeks ago. Are we gonna have the Bo Dallas being the Fiend, and then the Bray Wyatt character shows up in the match?
I got a feeling Bo Dallas is going to show up at some point. Yes, he may. I don't know if he's going to be the Fiend and show up, or he may be the Fiend, and then Bray Wyatt comes out as the Funhouse Bray Wyatt. But I think Bo Dallas will appear at some point in that match.
What about you, Raj? What's your thought on that theory?
Man, Bo Dallas ain't been seen on TV in a minute, but yeah, probably something funky is going to happen in this match. But yeah, I agree.
Well, since you probably don't know and we haven't talked about it, Raj, the theory is that Bo Dallas has actually been the Fiend since he came back, and that's not Bray Wyatt. It's actually Bo Dallas.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking my theory is that it's Bo Dallas under the mask, and that Bray Wyatt is going to show up as Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Because there's been a lot of questions about whether or not Bray Wyatt and the Fiend are the same person, even though he's been saying the whole time that they are two separate entities. He always talks about the Fiend in third person. I'm thinking that Bo Dallas is going to be under the mask and actually be in the match, and he's actually going to reveal himself as the Fiend.
Okay. Either way, Randy Orton ain't gonna win this match.
Trust me, he won already the last pay-per-view at Fastlane, so he won already. All right, so James, since you brought the special guest for tonight, you actually get first pick. You get to do the honors, my friend, on the main event of the evening as I go ahead and throw up the 10th and final WrestleMania background image. James, we're talking the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, Edge, or Daniel Bryan?
Oh my God. And the next
time, man, this could go either way. This could go either way on this one, but because of the way they've been running it, because of the way they've been pushing this thing, I'm going to pick Daniel Bryan.
Okay. James, I'm sorry, KG.
So hard they don't even taste like.
Hey, Raj, mute your mic.
They thought it was cool.
KG, you're muted.
You're muted, KG.
My bad. I'll take Daniel Bryan in this one, and it's not going to be a long reign. It's going to be old school. Daniel Bryan wins on Sunday, loses on Friday.
Wow. All right, Raj, you come off mute and tell us. Because right now there's no love for Edge, and definitely no love for
Edge ain't gonna win this match. He had a great run, but I think Reigns is gonna keep the belt, and his little stooge will get involved in this match some type of way. The Uso brother or the other Uso brother. I don't know if he's healthy enough to come back. But Reigns is not going to lose his belt. They're going to keep him. They're going to keep him strong, and go forward. And then Daniel Bryan will try to at the next pay per view. There'll be a 1-on-1 with him, and Edge will go do something.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Roman. because I believe we're going to have both Usos in play. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Paul Heyman does a leg trip or something like that. As much as I would like to see Daniel Bryan win, well, actually, damn, it could happen because we have the yes movement and you've got fans. That's just a recipe for Daniel Bryan right there. But I'm going to stick with my guns that Roman is going to come out, because if we're going to have the big face moment on night one with knocking with Bianca winning the belt, then you got to have the oh my gosh, I can't believe this heel ending for night two to go to Peacock's thank you for watching screen. So yep, that's it. So that's the picks. They're locked in. They're set. They're done for Mania Night 1 and Mania Night 2. And I saved the almost best for last because Mr. James is going to give us his top 10 Hall of Fame. Actually, no, wait, what do you have? Isn't it the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Top 10 Hall of Fame hits and misses.
Okay.
Is that particular order, or is it just?
No, in particular order. No,
Okay.
I'm just.
I know that's your thing, no order. So
Yeah, no order, right? Just like you did for your 18.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
8.
Okay, so since we got hits and misses, Mr. Thompson, which one would you like me to do first?
Misses.
Misses. Okay. So my top 10 misses for the Hall of Fame. First off, we're going to go with, of course, the obvious ones. Owen Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Benoit.
The character Chris Benoit.
The character Chris Benoit, yes, of course. I'm throwing in Demolition. As we talked about last night, I'm throwing in Vader.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I'm going to say Paul Heyman. Even though he's still active, I say Paul Heyman. The Great Muta, Kenji Muto. Nancy Benoit, woman. The Hardy Boys. Even though they're going to be in, he's going to be in at some point, and the way it's looking, it might even be next year. Chris Jericho.
Yep.
And last but not least, the one that I really want to see is the entire cast of the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette. So that includes
Randy Rose.
Randy Rose.
Ravishing Randy Rose, Loverboy, Dennis Condrey, Sweet Stan Lane, Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Yep. I'm surprised. That's surprised.
And the one that everybody leaves out, Norville Austin, who was a black wrestler that was on the original Midnight Express before Jim Cornette became their manager.
You're right. I forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Yep. I agree. Good list.
Now, as far as my hits are concerned, I'm gonna start off with, of course, Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, James, you don't consider that a miss? Consider that we would have liked to have had Macho go a lot.
Yeah,
what's that?
Just out of curiosity, you wouldn't consider Macho a miss, considering that we would have liked to have seen him inducted alive?
Well, I mean, he's in.
I know, but I'm saying he was in, but he doesn't get a chance to do a speech, which I would have rather listened to Macho Man doing his induction speech.
Well, when we're talking about,
I'm just asking a question, just a general
yeah,
question.
well, we're talking about misses. When you say misses, I'm thinking you're saying who isn't in, and being that Macho Man is in. But I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, you could say that. Yeah, of course, we would love. I would love to have seen. Well, actually, we did. We did see, because when he got inducted, he did a speech. Remember, he got inducted a while ago.
No, his brother did a speech.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
He's had
The video that I saw here was inducting somebody. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Okay. So okay. So I said Eddie Guerrero, Macho Man, Mick Foley, Sting, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dusty Rhodes, Gordon Soley, all of the women that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
All right.
All of them. And last but certainly not least, somebody that that nobody really would recognize or know their name, but James Dudley. And James Dudley was inducted in 1994. He was one of the first black inductees into the WWE Hall of Fame, along with Bobo Brazil that same year. And he was inducted because he was the first black man to run a major arena in the United States. And he was inducted by Vince McMahon.
Wow.
So yeah, good luck. Good luck.
The only thing I didn't like.
So yeah, that's my hits and misses for the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Anybody else have any other great moments from the Hall of Fame? Just to round out the show, I'd say Mean Gene's speech was a really good one. I had a lot of good laughs with Mean Gene's speech. Ultimate Warrior still, makes me tear up, considering that was, one of the last two times we would see him alive. What about you, Raj?
Nah, I agree with it.
What about you, KG?
I agree with the list. Another hit that I would add to would be Andre the Giant.
Okay. Anybody else that as you was going through it, James, jumped out at you like, man, I forgot that that person went in.
Well,
and add it to the list.
I didn't have any more for the hits, but I did have an honorable mention for the miss.
Okay.
And that was Triple H as a single.
You think he should have went in single before DX, or like it's going to happen now after DX?
Nah, it was fine that he went in first as DX, but he should eventually go in as a single.
Yeah, he had a decent career only because he's married to the boss's daughter, and he put himself over plenty of times. So at some point, they need to bring it in by himself.
The house was big.
How many more Hall of Fames do you think you guys think we'll have before Vince goes in? And do you think he's going to go in alive or posthumously?
I thought Vince was already in.
Not Junior.
Junior is in.
Who inducted Vince McMahon into the Hall of Fame?
The family did.
No, they did Vince Senior.
They did Vince Junior too. Believe me, I went through the list a few times.
Vince is in. Fact check that, because I don't remember Vince going in. Because I don't remember Vince doing an acceptance speech.
Vince is in, man. He's in already.
Doing the Hall of Fame.
Let me go back and look, because I do remember seeing Vince Jr. in.
And double check that, because I will remember that one, because that'd be a memorable one. Because he would have to end with no chance in hell, and Stone Cold would have to induct him, in my opinion.
Well, y'all keep talking about stuff, and I'll look it up.
I'm surprised the fact checker isn't checking now, KG. I figured you do a quick Google search.
I'm working.
Oh,
I got
well,
every year pulled up already.
stop checking, asking Google to find you Jordan Grace's address. You already got it.
So
you
it get me in so much trouble.
the one delivering and stalking. I'm not. I'm just trying to, let people know that you're the best.
I don't deliver anything. Now, Vince Senior is in. He went in 95, 96.
Right.
And then there was a whole.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Junior's not in. BKM is not in yet.
I don't see in.
So the question still stands: how many years you think it's going to be before he goes in, and is he going in alive or dead?
Now he'll go in alive. They'll put him in before he passes, unless something happens soon. They'll put him in. I guess it was Vince Senior that I saw.
So how long you think it'll be before he goes in?
A year or two.
He'll go in right when he's ready to step down.
But here's a better question: Who will present him if he goes in? If he hasn't gone in yet?
All day.
I would say the family would.
Nah. That'd be expected. Remember, it's a payday.
Now I think Stone Cold will do it for him.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
Bitch clothes. Just because bitch clothes don't be you done. Sometimes
So that was just a quick thought, just a little something extra. But thank you guys for coming up with some great lists and having something for our countdown mayhem and playing who's on top. I'm surprised nobody me too that one. So thank you very much for
every time. And here's the crazy thing.
for not throwing it out there. I'm like made it through the whole entire segment right there with nobody me too in the title, and I said it multiple times. Roz, thank you for joining us on the show. I'd like to.
Well, he'll be here tomorrow night and Sunday too. So he ain't going nowhere.
On the show.
No,
Yeah, I'll be all night. Sunday will be a little bit of a stretch because I'll be taking phone calls on Sunday, but hopefully I'll definitely be on tomorrow night. But Sunday we'll see.
You got to go through and answer the questions.
Sounds good. Well, we're happy to have you either way. I'd like to thank my shirt for staying on tonight. Tomorrow night is not promised. I'd like to thank my pants for also remaining on tonight. Sunday night's not promised. Bucket naked. KG, it wouldn't be right.
You pull that belt in tight.
Oh, I'm gonna let it all show.
Tuck your shirt in.
Colors shining through. I see your true colors. Getting all that. And then I guess for S and giggles, I don't want to grow up because I'm a Toys R Us kid. Can't find one, but that's how that goes.
They open him back up.
Allegedly, we'll see. It didn't last that long. They're supposed to be coming back for this holiday in brick and mortar fashion, but who knows? KG, it wouldn't be a show if you didn't tell us where they can hear us in podcast land. Obviously on YouTube, you can see us right here. You can like, subscribe, ring a bell, me too, whatever you want to do to subscribe and follow and check out what we're doing fully closed and once in a while when I decide to go cray-cray. So KG, outside of YouTube, where can they hear us if they're just passing by so they can never miss a moment of the Wrestlemaniacs as well as the sports side with the Sideline Junkies?
You can hear us on Anchor, TuneIn, Podchaser, Podtail, Spotify, Podbean, Owltail, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, the podcast app, Hubhopper, Castbox, and Google Play.
Did you say Podtail? Did we get rid of them yet?
No, we still got Podtail.
Never mind. Nobody likes Podtail anyway.
We got Podtail, Spotify, and Owltail.
I'm cool with that. There's that Baby Yoda again. Grogu, stay home. Somebody feeling it. All right, well, gentlemen, great night. Tomorrow night we go through night number 1. Hopefully, we come onto the show excited because the EST of NXT and WWE is now a current champion. So we will keep our fingers crossed, and then I'll have to compare everybody's picks to make sure that there is a lane for me on night 1 to be beating all of you. If not, then we'll just throw that piece of paper away and the picks don't count. So that's how we'll do that this week.
Well, at this present moment, I'm reigning champion, so this here my juke joint.
Sorry, we only recognize it if you got a W in the head, but nope, that's antenna. Oh, there he is. There he is. Alfalfa has come back. That's
This
just
is my juke joint.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us on this Mayhem show, our go-home show to WrestleMania weekend proper. And then we will talk to y'all tomorrow because we don't do overtime. And we also don't diversify your bonds. James?
He missed his cue.
God bless.
I didn't miss my cue. You interrupted me. It was the pregnant pause.
You got it, and the camera finally saw you for what you look like and shut off, so we can't see you. We barely want to hear you. And then when I give you the alley-oop, you have one job to dunk it. One job. And what you do? Nothing.
You know what, Don?
No, I don't know what, because I can't see you, James.
You know what? Fuck you, Don!
Oh, man, if we couldn't hear you, that'd be even better. But I'll take the no seeing you part.
Yeah,
actually, hey, James, just out of curiosity.
I got 2 fingers up for your ass right now.
I'm quite sure, like, if you were sitting where I was, looking at you where there's nothing, you would have, like, a flashback, wouldn't you? Because you remember that time when there was nothing, and then all of a sudden the Lord was like, hey, James, what you want to do today? Man, I think you should turn some lights on. That's how it all went down. That's a good idea, James. What we going to do tomorrow? You want to make some animals? All right, then.
You need to take that damn headband and put it over your ugly ass face talking all that shit.
Hey, you keep talking, you're going to see this headband around my ugly behind body, too. Keep
You know what? Let's go. That's me.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Just like last night. End this shit.
I got my mark from James, so we're good to go. Mission accomplished. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Konnichiwa, bitches.